Mr. Ang Hin Kee.
Chairman, I would like to declare my interest as the union representative for the private hire drivers as well as the taxi drivers. The government had taken a light touch regulatory approach towards ride-hailing apps. There are now, some say 60,000, some say 40,000 private hire vehicles and about 20,000 taxis on the road. Commuters have more choices and more workers have become vocational drivers. I have previously called for a review of the regulations for private hire and taxi operators. To first, better safeguard interests of commuters. Second, ensure fair competition. And third, offer better welfare for the drivers. An example was the initial partnership of Uber and ComfortDelGro and the subsequent merger of Uber and Grab in 2018. Many feared then that it would lead to excessive power owned by one big player. I'm glad that the authority has announced earlier that exclusivity by operators will not be allowed. Drivers must be allowed to choose from jobs from any platforms or arrangements. We should therefore avoid situations where operators cause unnecessary anxiety among drivers by telling them that they will not cover drivers' insurance if anything happens while they fetch passengers using another service platform. We should also avoid operators working together to co-share commission and end up competing less with one another. Decisions by operators have a big impact on consumers' options and drivers' livelihood. In fact, operators can unilaterally decide to ban or suspend drivers according to their own rules. As drivers are self-employed, the Employment Act does not apply to them and they have limited recourse. We propose that the ministry form tripartite work groups to agree on hiring terms among other issues to be addressed. This is in tandem with the Ministry of Manpower's proposed recommendations for self-employed persons. In fact, we already have such a tripartite work group for taxi drivers, taxi operators and the LTA. Ride-hailing operators also have light assets, making it easy for them to suddenly exit the market to the detriment of drivers, commuters and their own employees. The sudden exit of Uber was a case in point. Ride-hailing operators also collect monies on behalf of drivers, and any delay in payments will not be fair to the drivers. Hence, the new licensure should ensure that there are safeguards such as security deposits or minimum payment period by the operators. Chairman, the P2P sector also includes the traditional limousine drivers and others who belong to informal networks. I've met many of them throughout the last few years. Many operate on varying degree of matching and driving as a service. Drivers so-called page-out jobs from their regular clients to other members when they are unable to fulfill them. Drivers in these groups have expressed serious concerns if the regulations are onerous. Chairman, the groups are homegrown. The authority had taken a light-touch regulatory approach for foreign new entrants like Uber and Grab for several years. Look at how far these operators have come and how much they have benefited. We should therefore provide similar leeways to our local groups to operate alongside these big wigs. As it is, the growth in commuters is slowing. I estimate about 1.2 million daily hire trips now compared to about 1 million 5 years ago. But we have now about 130,000 taxi and private hire vocation license holders. It appears that too many drivers are fighting for limited pie. Should we therefore consider capping the number of such vehicles? Should we not have more mode of leasing like hourly rental? Should the age of new taxi and private hire drivers not be raised to prevent an oversupply situation? The members of the association have met with SMS Janil on the proposed recommendation, and we will continue to have such dialogues with him to ensure that our commuters, our drivers will be safeguarded. Thank you.